It's Valentine in the morning. This is 104.3 MYfm. One of our faves who started off as like a social, crazy, amazing young lady, and now she's being played on the radio as well. Jax, what up, Jax?
Hi. Guys, I swear to God, I am going to bring you all everywhere in my pocket. Everywhere I go is my hype, guys.
You know what's funny? We were having an argument before you walked in.
Oh,
Who
God.
found you?
Oh.
Like, who found you first?
Oh.
Like, Valerie. Where's Valerie? Valerie's like, I found her first. I'm like, no, I found her when she's singing just songs to her, like, girl she babysits. Like, and before that. And I found her before that and that. And we're having an argument who found you first.
Oh, God, who did?
I did.
Okay,
100%
where?
I did.
What was
On
it?
TikTok.
Oh,
it was
okay.
me. Because you started talking about her.
I found you on Instagram. That's to
Oh,
be fair.
Instagram. Wow.
Yeah.
That's normally not where people find it. So,
Well, let's look at the age.
yeah, maybe I
differentiation.
don't want to
He's gonna be the
say
one
it,
to
but
say it.
Hair on
I'll
me.
let him say it.
He will say it. Yep.
How are you?
I'm good. I got a full night's sleep last night, which is really awesome.
Oh my
we just
gosh,
got
good
back
for
to
you.
LA, so
How do you feel with all the success of the song now and radio stations playing your song all across the country?
it's crazy. It's like it is obviously the coolest thing as a songwriter that
Right.
whenever your song gets to be on the radio, that's like the actual goal, right? But now it's all kind of coming to fruition from like the chaos of the quarantine and like things going crazy overnight pretty much on TikTok.
Yeah.
And now finally getting to like go to the stations,
Yeah.
meet people, go to like meet and greets and
Right.
play some shows and stuff like that. So putting faces to usernames has been like the best.
Well,
Was
I
there
think- go ahead, Sergio.
was there a moment that you knew like, okay, this is definitely different, like early on, like in, during the pandemic or something, when you knew like, okay, this is kind of taken off? Like, was there a specific moment?
Not exactly. Like I think when people I idolize, like songwriters started getting back to me, that was
my
really
gosh.
cool.
Oh,
like
wow.
Yeah.
like Natasha Bedingfield was a huge one. Like Bonnie McKee's written like all Katy Perry songs and stuff like that. And Andy Grammer, like was
Yes.
just
My
so
God.
like that was when like the first time celebrities and stuff
Right.
were like answering me and down to collaborate, and that's when it started to feel like, oh wait, like this is actually gonna be very cool for the next year. But
Jax is in studio. The song Victoria's Secret is what we're talking about. You're speaking kind of like John's language too. Because
okay,
every Saturday morning, John and his roommates climb into his bed, five
Oh,
dudes in his
wow.
bed,
5
listening
dudes,
to
one
nothing
bed.
but Natasha Bedingfield.
This is true. Like, we have a night out usually every Friday, and so the fun part is the next morning you get to talk about everything you did the night before. And we all love Natasha Bedingfield,
Wait, we got a
Unwritten, The
FaceTimer.
Fray. Like,
You
it
get a
is-
FaceTime
we
from the bed.
totally could. Wait, next time you guys are all cuddling up, like let
It's
me know,
our jam.
and like we'll blooper in on a FaceTime.
It truly is the best
And
time.
she'd be like, "What is this?"
So we mentioned Natasha Bedingfield, but Andy Grammer as well, right up John's alley. So you're speaking
He's
his
my favorite
language.
artist. I'm seeing
Yeah.
him.
love him.
Yeah, I just saw him last weekend.
He's an incredible. Well, obviously he does all things incredible. Like I've been watching his story for a long time, but he's
Yeah.
like an insane songwriter, like insane.
So how did you go from being on TikTok and, me finding an Insta and stuff like that, being on that social world? I stop laughing at that. You make me self-conscious.
It means
Facebook.
everyone else found it a month before he saw it. Yeah.
At least it's not Facebook.
Oh my God. So, Jax, I want to ask you a question. So how did the record company reach out? How did that happen?
I think like that was actually that was a cool marker in that journey, because it started with, I mean, I was posting original music like throughout the pandemic
Yeah.
in basically like sheer panic of not knowing how to make money or do anything, because normally I'd be in the studio. I basically had like 3 side hustles in LA in order to be able to like write 2 songs a day for other people behind the scenes to like pay rent.
Okay.
And then when the pandemic hit, like nobody was in person. So I was basically watching Tiger King and collecting unemployment, and like
Yeah.
was like, I guess I'll just post my songs on TikTok, and no one saw it for like a whole year. And then I posted Stacy's Mom from Stacy's Mom's
Yeah.
Perspective, which like took off overnight, and which was awesome. But also like I'm not like a comedian or an an influencer, I guess. I wouldn't be good at it. Like I don't think so. I was like, I guess the risk is post an original song and see what happens. And I had Ring Pop kind of sitting there about a song, like it was just about my boyfriend and I panicking for money, but still being very happy and in love.
Yeah.
Saying I'm okay with a Ring Pop. And then that one was like the first original to like move streams from like TikTok.
Yeah.
So that's when it kind of got the actual attention of like the record
Right.
industry and stuff
The
like
record
that.
industry, yeah.
A couple of companies and stuff. And I've always been a fan of Atlantic.
So do they reach out through a DM, or I'm just wondering that first call you got from somebody of
It's
great
like
account?
oh my gosh, like I'll tell you a crazy one, but like
Okay.
a lot of emails, just some mutual friends
Yeah.
coming through and stuff like that, being like, so and so wants to meet with you. And,
Okay.
you know, the LA thing. But the craziest one was when Ellen reached out.
Oh,
Okay.
no
I
way.
thought it was like spam.
Right.
I was like, no way, you're not gonna get like my social security. Like, it was literally, it looked too,
Right.
you know, it was like, hey, this is the Ellen DeGeneres show. We would like your information and this. And I was like, no way, you can't get my information. And then I was like, wait, okay, I think this is legit. Like, this email is actually legit Ellen
Yeah.
email. So things like that.
Holy cow. Was it like
Random
at
cold call.
ellendegeneres.com or
It
something?
was like one of the like handler people
Yeah.
at the Ellen show or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Meanwhile, fun fact, I was like so stressed about coming back to LA and paying rent at the time that like
Yeah.
my like I don't know, my plan B to just make it home, and because I was fired from all those jobs, right? So like I got my real estate license during the pandemic to just be like,
That's
I
a
guess I
big
can make
thing.
That's
music
such
and
a
make
thing,
my own
yeah.
hours. Well, it was like my little project, right? And
Yeah.
then the same day as the exam that I studied for like a year was the Ellen show, which is like was super cool and full circle. So like,
Yeah.
Oh my
so if
gosh.
anyone's like, I still have the license.
So you
I
still
did
have
it.
the license?
Yeah, I
Okay,
took
yeah.
the exam, but I got it. It was like very hard, the exam. But
I
That's
bet.
awesome.
if anyone needs me to sell their house or whatever,
do it
I
all.
could do that.
The first time I heard Victoria's Secret, I was in Hawaii, but it was like a new music playlist that we had on in the car. And when I looked and I saw that it was your name, I was like, oh my gosh, I love her.
Yeah.
And then I listened to the song. And I have to tell you, I'm 38 and I'm the heaviest that I've
Young.
been, you know, in my entire life, but I'm also the happiest
You look
that I've
beautiful.
been. Well, thank you. But I feel like when I was younger, I've never had an eating disorder, but I would compare myself to others and I would
Yeah.
compare myself to what I saw on TV. And I wish there was a song like this back then because it took
Me
me
too.
38 years to finally realize, you
Yeah.
know, it doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't
Mhm.
matter. It's
No.
how you feel about
It-
yourself, how you feel on the inside.
And you look how you feel too. Like if you're really happy and glowing, like
Mhm.
people just migrate to it. I
Yeah.
think. Like I actually say a lot that it's. You're like, oh, I didn't have an eating disorder or this or that, and it's like, yeah, no, because it's definitely a spectrum. I think because like girls, we are constantly like toxic thoughts just running through our brains
Mhm.
at
Yes.
all times, and it is like dysmorphia even in its smallest form, right? Because I know
Mhm.
people have had it way worse than I have, right?
Yeah.
But like also less. So it's just a bigger cultural problem.
It varies,
but especially like, you know, early 2000s, 90s, like
Mhm.
that, you know, skinny and is the only way era. Like
Mhm.
it's all you saw.
God,
You
it's so
know?
funny. It's like, you know, Victoria's Secret, you've got that side of it, but even there were so many companies, I'm not here to disparage companies, but when you look at like Abercrombie and Fitch,
Yeah.
like when I walked into that store, if my waist was over like 28, they gave you a dirty
Yeah.
look.
Oh, my friend was
Yeah.
the guy that had to stand outside and like
Oh,
without
the
a
ripped
shirt
guy
on
with
and-
the shirt off.
I
hated
I
that
don't look like
guy.
that, you know?
Oh man, I remember having a friend like crying to me. We were all applying for jobs in like middle school, and like
Yeah.
they like didn't hire her because she wasn't cute enough.
Oh
To
And,
work
like,
at that
to work
store?
at like Hollister.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and because you know they had like a very specific like type of employee. Their
Mhm.
employees were actually like part of the marketing. So they would
Okay,
like people would go
okay.
outside the stores and like there'd be like 17-year-old boys or 16-year-old boys
Yeah.
without a shirt.
Yep.
Like it's very
Mhm.
strange.
It
Like,
is.
God, there's a lot of secrets out there then. I know Hollister Secret. I know Abercrombie.
all the same
Um,
company.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, little factoid.
I was literally like,
Where are
can you
from
get me there?
originally?
Originally Long Island, New York, and
Okay.
then like Jersey. So
Oh,
a
all
little
right,
bit
because
of-
Duncan, I'm from
yeah.
Connecticut, so Duncan's like right up my
Dunks,
alley. There you go.
Connecticut. Man, they
We-
say that where I live now is like the LA, Connecticut.
Oh, really?
Like Woodland Hills. You
Oh,
look
no,
at that.
667. Yeah, I lived in Woodland Hills for a
Wow.
bit. I'm out west right now. but
He knows
yeah,
all
I
zip
know.
codes.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
does.
God.
He's
I was
done
like,
his
that's
Weird
crazy.
thing. It's a weird thing. So we have something special planned for you. There's a piano behind you, a keyboard.
Oh,
You're not performing.
that's so nice to hear.
Right.
You're doing
actually,
it.
well, you say it's nice to hear. People listening may disagree in a second.
Right.
We're actually going to perform something for you.
What the frick? Oh,
Okay.
you're playing.
Yeah, get ready, girl. This is for you, Jax.
Wait, what is happening?
I'm not sure if somebody has told you this is something kind of cool, something I'm really excited to tell you. I might be talking out of school, so let me tell you why. It's gonna be a good time. I'm not sure if somebody has told you.
So I'll say, "Psst, I know Valentine's secret. Girl, you wouldn't believe you are coming with us to Vegas. We've got something up
Jax is going to be there, daytime stage, iHeartRadio Music Festival performing. Congratulations.
Thank you. We're not gonna gamble at all. No way.
Oh, yes, we are.
No.
What if we're like looking for, ladies and gentlemen, Jax, and she's at a slot machine.
Yeah, just like,
throwing
hey,
money in
just
there,
fighting with an old lady. Just like,
Oh,
hey, that was my slot.
We're so excited for you.
I'm so excited. We're gonna party. It's gonna be fun.
fun.
I'm a huge Five Sauce fan, so it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, you'll meet Five Sauce, everybody
Yeah.
hanging out. Averil's playing the stage. Who else? There's a bunch of
Avril's
people.
playing?
Avril
Yeah.
Lavigne's going to be there too.
Yeah. Lauren Spencer Smith.
Whoa.
I know
Loud.
Jax's
Yeah.
Yeah,
secret.
oh my God, Lav.
Yeah.
What? Oh my God, guys.
Are you a
like
big
the
Avril fan?
songwriter dream- what do you? Are you kidding? Dude, I have been like stalking Avril since I was like.
You're like
maybe
struggling
not-
for
like,
words.
I
here.
don't
This
even
is
have it.
fantastic. Yeah.
No, I did Skater Boy like
Okay.
18 years later. And I don't know if she ever saw it, but it was the
Right.
craziest thing because TikTok is like there's so many like Gen Z kids on this app that for about a year,
Yeah.
these kids, because I was from Avril Lavigne's perspective, they thought I was Avril.
No.
So like people were being like, Avril, I'm like such a big fan. This like all like I kept getting DMs from people being like,
Right.
Avril, I want to meet you one day. I'm like, I am not Avril Lavigne. Just like insane. But yeah, well.
That's awesome. We'll try and introduce you. We'll try and make it
I'll just be
happen.
like, hi Avril, I'm Avril.
Hi, Avril. I'm Avril. Well, we're excited for you. Thank you for being here. This is awesome.
Thanks for having me.
It was so
Congrats
nice
on the
to
song.
meet you.
Guys,
So
this
good.
made my morning.
Oh,
Thank
I'm
you. This is
happy.
really